Hey everybody, this is another post from the mountains, from the beautiful mountains. We haven't moved very much from the previous location. We've just moved a few steps to a different landscape. I'm not sure if the camera shows it properly, but there's basically two mountains, and on the other side of the mountains you can see clusters of houses, very tiny villages, everywhere on this mountain. There's a sense of wanting to escape modernity with this arrangement, with this location away from urban areas. But there's also an arrangement of togetherness, because these houses are not, for the most part, they're not by themselves. They are small villages of 10 houses, 20 houses, where people, of course, know each other and become somewhat a family. Maybe too much, maybe too close, right? Maybe not enough diversity, you could say. But the idea of this discussion is the fact that if you go to some of these villages, some of them have small supermarkets, and you show up and the people know you and you don't have any money, you will be able to buy what you need. They will write down that you owe them a certain amount, which is the bill that you can't pay today, with the trust that you will come back and you will pay. And you could leave. And I've seen this happen where the people who are granted this sort of privilege, they're not part of the village. It's not like they're your neighbor. But there are people that the owner says, I will trust that person. And it's a pure honor system. You don't provide an ID card. You don't provide any kind of collateral when you go and buy things, and you owe the merchant. The merchant just decides that they trust you. And that trust is also on the other side, that they can give that trust because people come back, right? People do come back, and they do pay for what they owe. And some of them could leave. They could just go away and decide, I'm going to game the system. But they don't game the system, because they realize that this is a privilege and that this sort of trust is sacred. It's not religious, but it's a matter of personal relationship between people. If you take a big city and you go to a store chain and you show up and you say, I don't have any money, try to go to a convenience store or a supermarket and you say, I don't have any money. The system, the modern system and the bigger scale systems have taken this out of the equation. We can say that there's a good reason for this, right? That this is a business, it has to be predictable, that you're not dealing with a store owner, you're dealing with someone who works here, and that it really would be hard to track at a large scale. People say that small is beautiful, and perhaps that's why this sort of practice of kind of mutual trust, helping one another, comes from the harsh conditions. It comes from the fact that it can only be done at a small scale, which is why we go back to small is beautiful, and that when you have a direct relationship with someone, the level of trust that you can have both in business And in life is different, because things happen. Maybe one day you forgot your wallet. Maybe, one day that person needs help, and you will be there for them. So think about this. Take care.